NBA Finals Game 5 as well as Soccer Euros. We're going for France versus Austria. Let's get into some picks for those two slates. First, let's recap Saturday night's picks and the Discord. It is Monday. I will always do that on Monday, win or lose. So this is a stack I went for over in the Edmonton and Florida game. Got very close. It ended up being an 8-1 game, so it's unfortunate we couldn't take McDavid because he was a goblin prop. Anyways, that ended up going 2-2, so no cash there. Second slip was the esports protected. We got close on this one, but Masu was not doing anything, at least in terms of the kills department. He was getting a ton of assists, but we needed him to get 6.5 kills, and that's absolutely not what he got. So close on this one, but not quite. Then for this Bastoni and Jorginho stack here in Italy, cashed very easily. They were super on pace to cash this at the half. I mean, they needed like 10 passes each. But at the same time, the Sabrina and Jones stack was breached at the half. Basically, they were absolutely killing it. I mean, just look at this. Jonquel Jones dropped 35 points plus assists. Sabrina dropped 12 assists. So you could absolutely see the correlation between these two girls right here. They're playing on the same team. If Sabrina's doing very well, high-paced game with a lot of assists, Jonquel Jones is definitely going to benefit from that. Unfortunately, we're on the wrong direction of this correlation, so no slips hit Saturday night. As for the recap of the Discord, basically another break-even week, at least on Prizepicks. Underdog was a negative week, kind of giving back what we won last week. But honestly, these bad beats have been absolutely crazy. If you don't know about my Discord, I play only 6-mans because that's the best way to play. It's mathematically optimal. I have videos on the channel. But the problem with 6-mans is when you're getting that 5 out of 6, you're only getting a 2x. So slip like this, that was on Saturday night. Had this hit, we're automatically up 25 units for the week. But Pedro Vite could not clear this over half a shot. But because of one prop, one bad beat, we miss out on 25 units. And it sort of becomes a break-even week, right? We hit 127.5x early in the week. But if you're not getting a second 25x during that week, you're basically going to be about break-even. So the goal is to hit about 2 per week. But honestly, there's been a ton of bad variance in our direction. Eventually, it turns around and you hit like 3 to 4 in a week. But for now, we're dealing with these bad beats, and it's honestly very sad. You could see even on some other slips here, another 2x here, another 2x here with Ozuna. Just needed one run. On this particular game, I'm pretty sure he got on base 3 times when this was actually on third base twice in this game, yet Matt Olson couldn't run him in once, but he ended up getting a home run on his own when Ozuna was not on the bases. So things like that are super annoying. And like I said, if even one of these bad beats hit, there's even more that I don't have screenshotted. Would have been up 25 to 30 units on the week, which is very unfortunate, but I'm going to bounce back this week. I've been killing it in soccer, so I'm going to be sharing that with you guys today. We're going over to Austria, and we're grabbing a double under on the passes attempted. The first guy we're going with is Konrad Lamer here on his under 33.5 passes attempted. When you're playing soccer passes attempted prop, you want to be stacking them up in pairs of 2. So we're going with Baumgartner on his under 26.5 passes attempted. And let me start with this guy because honestly, this line is way too high. I have no idea why it's this high. If we go over to the OddsJuice dashboard here, you're going to see Baumgartner under 26.5 passes attempted, minus 138 fair odds, or essentially a 58% chance that he goes under this 26.5 passes attempted prop. This prop should be probably set at like 23, 24.5 passes attempted. For some reason on Prizepicks, it's 26.5. I've already sent this to the Discord. It has not got bumped, so you should probably be able to get this in if you're watching this on time. So under 26.5 is a great play. And I'll show you even on Underdog, he's set at 22.5 passes attempted, so we're getting 4 passes of advantage there. And if we go over to Bet365, his main line is also set at 22.5. So 4 passes on a 26.5 pass line. Absolutely crazy to get. So this play is good on its own if you want to play it on its own, but there's no reason to play it on its own when you should be stacking it up with another player from Austria. Because if Austria has less possession as a team, it's also likely that one of his teammates is also going to go under that passes attempted. You could see both Limer and Baumgartner get subbed off around the 65th, 70th minute. That's also another good reason to take the unders. But an even better reason, if you go over to this lineup, you're going to see Baumgartner's playing at that right cam, essentially. And Limer's also expected to be playing at that left cam position. So these are 2 positions that don't really get as much passes. They're playing more wide, so they're not getting the ball as much, or at least they're not passing as much. Normally the passes are going to be happening within this triangle here. They're going to be happening within this square here between the center backs and the center mids as well as the cam. So these guys are going to get the most passes unless you're playing on this side of the pitch, and Limer's only be getting passes on this side of the pitch as well as Baumgartner. So I'm kind of breaking the rule here of like having guys next to each other. So you can see these guys are completely opposite of each other, and they're not going to be passing to each other mostly in the game. But just in general, if France is the one with more possession, the whole Austria team is going to be getting less passes. So in this case, it doesn't directly matter that they're not next to each other. Also, I just showed you how good the value is on Baumgartner, so you absolutely have to take that prop. Now, France is actually not that crazy of a favorite, minus 175. If we saw Italy and Germany, those were both minus 300 to win. This is only minus 175. So that is interesting to see, but no matter what, they're going to have more possession this game. They're going to be the ones passing more. They're going to be controlling the game. And especially if they get a lead, they're probably going to slow down the game, as Italy did when they beat Albania. And then you're just going to see these guys struggle to get their passes. So definitely the double under on this stack right here. I know these numbers look low, like 33.5 and 26.5. When you got Upamecano here all the way at 75.5, well, you have to understand that France is the better team. And you have to understand that this guy is also a center back who is not going to get subbed off. that's the opposite of what these guys are. So we're going to grab that double under very easily. Now over in the NBA, as long as these finals exist, you want to be playing Kyrie Irving and Jason Tatum because both of these guys are star players. Again, the graphic's not here right now, but no matter what, they're going to be giving you a 10% boost. So you want to put Kyrie and Tatum into as many entries as possible. Now the problem with today's slate is Prizepicks is being so stingy. They have like almost no good props for these guys. If we go to 3 points made, for example, I was hammering Kyrie Irving's under 2.5 3 points made throughout the whole series. They played him for the first 4 games and now he's finally off the board. So that's unfortunate there. If we go to Kyrie assists, he's also not on the board. If you want to take Jason Tatum blocks, which I did lock in yesterday, again, he's already off the board. If you want to go to blocks and steals, there's no Tatum blocks and steals here either. So basically they're being super stingy and the lines they do have are not very good. Kyrie Irving, I liked at 23.5. He already got bumped to 24. So I would not take this prop. Jason Tatum, same thing. I liked him at under 27.5 at 27.0. There's no more value in there. So basically none of these props have value. The one prop that I did consider, and I do still think it's worth it because you're getting a 10% boost, is Kyrie Irving's under 3.5 rebounds. Now this one's an interesting one because if you go over to props.cash, you're going to see some books actually have juice towards the over. FanDuel minus 122 on the over. Caesars has minus 119 on the under. BetMGM has on the over. So it's a bit conflicted here. I think the under is the correct play. He did get 4 rebounds in this last game. That was with 1 offensive rebound. The other games, he did not get any offensive rebounds, and you could see he got right at that 3 mark. I do think overall the under is the correct play. To be honest, you could go with any other prop you like because like I said, none of these are really good. You're kind of just taking them for that 10% boost. So go with whatever other Tatum and Kyrie Irving prop. They're kind of like all 50-50 props, so go whatever you want as long as you got Tatum or Kyrie. Personally, I'm just going to go with this under 3.5 rebounds. If you don't like it, take anything else as long as it's not a push line. You don't want to be pushing in a 4-man. So go with something flat like this at 27.5. Now to end it off, I'm going to go over to MLB and just take a straight positive EV play. I'm liking Sonny Gray on his over 6.5 pitcher strikeouts. I believe this was set at 7. They bumped him down to 6.5, and I think that was a mistake because there's actually some good value on this. This is his game log for 2024 because he's pretty consistent on these strikeouts. I mean, even when he's not getting 6.5, he's getting pretty near that at that 6 mark. There is also juice on every single sportsbook towards the over. FanDuel has the lowest juice at minus 120, but Pinnacle does have him all the way up at minus 140. So pretty good juice across the market. So this is going to be the full 4 power. Like I said, you could sub out Kyrie Irving if you're not liking that prop with any other Kyrie or Tatum prop because that's going to pay you that 11x. So let's lock this one in.